Hey friends, Jonathan Neal here, and recently I sent out a request on Facebook to see if anyone had any questions or anything that they really wanted to know a little bit more about in regards to personal development and yoga and exercise or anything like that. And the first two responses that I got were both in regards to discipline. How to, shall we say, acquire discipline, how to keep it, how to maintain it over a long period of time. And I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with, so it's something that I'm really glad came up, and I'd like to share a little bit about today. So the important thing to remember about what we call discipline is that it's not a thing that you suddenly attain, or it's not something that it's not really a skill that you develop in the way that you develop other skills. Discipline itself is actually a result of something else. It's not something that you naturally do. It's something that is a result of other things that you do. And the main thing that you do in order to develop discipline, in order to really get discipline into your life, is that you have to have a strong reason why. You have to have a strong dream or vision or desire or something that you want to get to. It's if we don't have the drive. I mean, look at the people that you know that have discipline, and you're not going to find too many of those kind of people that are like, well, I don't know why I'm doing this every day or whatever. Most of them have some kind of goal or some kind of something that they feel is really valuable that they're getting out of it or that it's going towards. So it's not that they just force themselves, like develop this discipline to do this thing because they ought to. The vision and the dream and the idea of what it was leading to was originally, that's what the key is. So when we ask about developing discipline, I don't think that you need to go out and become more disciplined or join some kind of school to get more disciplined or anything like that, or take any courses. What we really need in order to build discipline in our lives, or should I say in order for it to just arise, is we need a strong vision of where we want to go, what we want to do, some way that we can contribute. What do I really want to contribute? What do I really want to do with my life? And when I come up with a good, strong reason why I'm living, then the discipline to do the things to make that vision come to fruition just come naturally, because the strength of the emotional pull and of the vision that you have causes the natural arising of what we call discipline, which is basically just consistent actions towards some kind of goal. But you see, your consistent actions won't happen if there's not the goal first. If you don't know where you're going, you can't really start moving. So the number one thing that holds people back from discipline is that they don't have a really strong, clear vision of who and what they want to be, do, and have. And from that lack of vision, from that lack of having a real, concrete vision, there's no action, because there's no direction really chosen. So if we really want to take consistent action, we have to come up with a really deeply moving and emotional vision. Something that when I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I think about, and when I go to bed at night, it's the last thing I think about, and in the middle of the day, I'm thinking about it all the time, and about how it's going to feel when I get there, and that thought of how it's going to feel, how good it's going to feel when I make that health choice, or when I'm consistent with my yoga practice, or whatever it is. How is that going to feel? And that's what you need to hold on to, because that is what is pushing the people that you see that are disciplined. They're just people that have a big vision for themselves, and they're willing to make it happen in any way that they need to, because the emotional connection they have towards it is so strong. So consistent discipline is the result of a dream so deeply moving on a personal level that it drives you through even when you want to give up. So an example for me is that every morning for the last 6 to 7 months or so, maybe even longer now that I think about it, I've been doing a short 20 to 30 minute personal yoga practice. And this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but always would do maybe 1 or 2 days, but never really got into it. And then it wasn't until I really, from whatever way it happened, came to that point where I started to get a bigger vision, and a reason why I was going to do it. Not just because the book or the yogi or the guru or whatever told me, you ought to do your yoga, but why did I? What vision did I have for myself that required me to take the step of making that. And for me, that's, I want to be a better teacher. I want to be able to contribute to my students. And that creates a deep, I care about these people, and I want to give them the best I can, and I know that that only comes through me practicing what I'm trying to teach. So that's a big part of it. Also, I want to experience wellness for myself. So it's not just one thing. I create a big dream around what this is going to do for me. So that then, and this gives me the strength every day. It gives me the, when I wake up and I don't feel good, maybe I shouldn't have had that glass of wine last night, but I wake up and I debate with myself, am I going to do this today? And it's pretty much every day it's a little bit of a debate, but that's that strong vision of, how is this helping me to contribute, to grow more, to be more, to feel better? That's potent enough to get me out of bed, and even if it's a soft practice, I do it every day, and I have been consistently. And that's no great feat. I didn't discipline myself, so to speak. I just got a big enough vision, a big enough emotional connection to something that I wanted to be, something that I wanted to contribute and give to the world. And that has given me the strength, or not even the strength, it's just, how could I not do those things when I know what they're creating for me? So you want to find something that's strong enough that instead of asking, how am I going to get myself up and go to the gym, or how am I going to do my yoga, or how am I going to eat better, you got to get that strong enough vision that you ask yourself, how could I not do these things? How could I sell myself short in this way? So I'll leave you with this. This is a quote. It says, "Discipline is the manifestation of a deep, burning desire to grow in a particular way." So I'll leave you with that. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything that you want to know further about, any further questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below or to ask me. And if you really like this kind of content, there'll be more of it as I get more questions and as I do my best to give you what I've learned. So feel free to subscribe. And other than that, just have a wonderful day, and don't worry about building discipline. Get a big, big vision for yourself and for your life and what you want to contribute, and let that organically grow your discipline. Thanks. Have a great day.